have a few seconds while baby's asleep and quiet and picking up kids from school. But the Army of Love obviously started with Chris Cornell, but it's kind of evolved into something bigger for me. I notice more positive things. I try to think more positively. For instance, I live outside of a city where traffic is terrible. And so now when someone cuts me off, instead of screaming and, yelling and getting really upset, I'm like, maybe that person really has to go to the bathroom, so they had to get in front of me, and I hope they make it in time. Just little stuff like that. I'm trying to change the way that I think about things, and I'm seeing love in more places and positivity in more places than I wouldn't normally have noticed. So the Army of Love has kind of taken on its own thing, and forever love Chris Cornell and everything he stood for and stands for. And yeah, so Army of Love.
Hi Amy, my name's Rihanna and I'm in the Army of Love. Thank you for reaching out for Chris Cornell, and you inspire me so much. Bye!
Hi Amy, I'm here making a video for you about what the Army of Love means to me. The Army of Love is truth and justice for Chris Cornell. It is people all over the world, collectively, spiritually, intellectually, coming together to find justice for Chris Cornell, to find out what really happened to him, because we do not believe what we've been told. We do not believe that is the truth. There is a lot of darkness going on regarding what happened to him. And the reason that darkness exists is because there is an absence of light. The only way that darkness can exist is if there is no light. Darkness cannot exist in light. So I am here in my bathroom that doesn't have a window in order to do a demonstration and explain this. So there's a lot of darkness going on regarding Chris Cornell's death. There's a lot of things being said that aren't right, that don't make any sense. People pushing certain narratives and keeping everybody in the dark and for their own agenda. So there's a lot of darkness. So we're going to collectively turn on the light and drive out the darkness. We're going to turn on our spiritual lights, our inner lights, our heart lights, and light will drive out the darkness. The other thing that I want to make very clear to those who are on the dark side is that not only will this work, but it will happen fast, because light travels and it travels fast. So I'm going to show you how fast light travels. So here in the bathroom, I've got a ceiling light up here. So that's my source of light in the bathroom here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that ceiling light off, and then I'm going to turn it back on. Okay. Instantaneously, the entire bathroom is lit up from top to bottom. Well, that's what it looks like. That's not what actually happened. What actually happened was first the bulb came on, and then light came out of that bulb and lit up like the top part of the room. So the top part of the room was lit up bright, but like there was still darkness on the bottom part of the room. The darkness still existed, but the light travels fast. So as the light is traveling, it's coming down like this. So the top half of the room is lit up with light, and the bottom half of the room is still dark. As the light travels, it pushes out the darkness and everything becomes lit up. So it travels all the way down to the floor, and now we've got a completely lit up room from top to bottom because the light traveled and drove out the darkness. So it's like half light, half dark as the light traveled. But it traveled so fast that you don't see it traveling. It just looks like the whole room lit up, the entire thing all at the same time. That's how fast it traveled. But it wasn't at the same time. It actually moved. So The army of love is, if everybody fights this with light and love, that it will drive out the darkness, just like this. And there will be no more darkness, and we will find out what happened to Chris Cornell, because he didn't go out like that.
You gotta build love from the inside out. You gotta build love from the inside